And a beautiful morning it is. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It is Friday, and you've stepped into the best spot there is to step in. We're talking about Sunshine's Corner. And you know, as we always do, I welcome you in with open arms so you can be a part of this show. I want you to realize this. I've always got guests here lined up for you that's going to get the information that you need to better the things that you're trying to attain. So today, we're not lacking in that way either. And you know, every Friday I've got a sidekick in with me, and I've got my sidekick here with me today. But what I want you to do, first of all, spread the word. This is a new show in the community. This is the hot spot, should I say. You tell everybody when it's information that you're looking for, when it's entertainment news that you're looking for, when you want to find out what's happening right here in the community, this is the best place to be. Let me say welcome and thank you for tuning in. And we're going to go right into our guest today because we've got some great things to talk about. I want to welcome Amanda Holland. Did I get that right?
Hindsman.
Hindsman. Congratulations on all that you do. We were just talking. I love that conversation. And thank you for being a guest with me today.
Absolutely. I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely. And I've got my sidekick with me. You know it is Sidekick Friday.
Yes, it is. And I'm back on the side.
She's back. But you know, what we talk about and what we try to get people to understand is this, sure. When there's information that's needed, knowledge, and also you'll hear me say this all the time, knowledge is power.
Yes.
And if there are things, you were just talking on the outside, the things that you were talking about that people don't know, and the importance of getting it in on time. Getting it in on time.
That's right.
And listen, Amanda, she's with Impact 100. And she also, I gotta say it, your church you attend what?
Marcus Point Baptist Church.
Yes,
She's the first lady.
She's the first lady.
Not
She's not just an attendant. Thank you, Kathina.
You're welcome.
Exactly. No, but I admire that. I
Yeah,
love that because
most
I
definitely.
believe in keeping him first in my life. And I think that's the connection that a lot of us are missing today. We think that we can do it ourselves, but no, you can't.
No.
You cannot do it alone. You need that higher power to be there to direct you in things that you need to do to pass it on to somebody else.
That's right.
No, even with what you're doing with Impact 100.
Now, can I jump in before?
Sure.
I'm sorry, Amanda. But I have a question for Sunshine.
Yes.
Where are your shades today?
My hair's a little big today,
Oh, did they fall?
know.
What, are they in there?
no. No, that's my signature look.
Yes.
Every
yes.
day I've been doing this for years. I put sunglasses on my head.
I
don't
was
know why.
excited to see what color
Well,
she was
I
going to
have
wear
yellow.
that day.
Of course, I came in with yellow.
Okay.
And the yellow, when we come back, don't ask that question again.
Okay.
They will be on my head.
All right.
Okay.
Because I felt like something was missing.
I have to, thank you very much. But listen, let's go back to Impact 100.
Yes.
You know, you've got some information, I think, because it's time sensitive,
Yep.
that people need to know about and take heed to. So I want you to explain to them about Impact 100, what you do with Impact 100, and let's get the information that they need because it's a time sensitive, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So Impact 100, Pensacola Bay Area is our local group of women who collectively fund charitable grants in
Right.
our community. So our goal is to, come together to fund significant grants, to be an effective example of philanthropy in our community. And so every year, the number of members that we have join is the exact amount of grants that we can pay out in our community.
Really?
And this year, for the first time, we broke 1,200 members. We have 1,208, yes, to be exact. And so that means that we can give, over $1.2 million to local nonprofits in
amazing.
Escambia and Santa Rosa County.
Oh my God.
That is
Now let
amazing.
me go to this. Now, what are the qualifications to be a part of receiving this for this grant?
Yeah, so we have on our Impact 100 website, we've got all of the eligibility requirements, but for the most part, you need to be a 501c3 organization.
Okay.
In order for us to give out money to these organizations, they've got to be a charity. So we will always look and double check and make sure they've got FDACs, that they've got a charity number. And you've got to either be an organization that is in Escambia or Santa Rosa County, or you're serving a population primarily in Escambia and Santa Rosa County. So sometimes we have organizations outside of Pensacola that are maybe moving into our communities, or they're putting up a food bank here, or et cetera, that qualify as well. But we encourage people that if they don't meet every single one of those qualifications, we also have an option for them to collaborate with an organization in our county, 2-county area that does, and they can fill out the grant as a collaborator.
Wow. You know, I tell you all the time, information is power. I am learning so many, all week I have learned so many things. I've been on the same line all week long, right? And I think that is absolutely amazing. And the fact of it is, when you say women, women, I don't want to, let me say this, gentlemen, don't take what I'm about to say the wrong way, okay? I'm just speaking from the heart. Women are, oh God, I don't want this to sound that way. Women are a lot of leaders. And we do have that backbone for the male. I see that in a lot of areas. And I can go back to say, I can hear my mother saying, behind every man there's a strong woman.
Well, I think that with your statement, you're basically not taking anything away from men.
Not at all.
And so I think that most grown men will understand that your statement, when you're talking about women, you're not saying women and versus men, you're just saying in addition to
what
and
women
adding
do.
to.
We're such an addition, and that's when it comes to teamwork and anything that you do. You know, and I think that there are so many people, women, want to do things, and you'll get to a certain level and you stop. But I'm finding out that there's so many ways, there's so many means out there to get the help you need for the nonprofit. You keep saying this nonprofit, if you got a 501c3, make sure that you get your ducks in order when I say that, and you can get everything that you need.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think that's great when you say that. So what do you want people to do? Because I know there's a
So we're officially in grant season. So the end of March is when we wrapped up membership season, and we did our membership announcement with how many members that we had and how many grants we're going to be giving out this year and all of that. So now we're running into grant season. And so, our letter of intent is due April 30th. So for anyone who thinks that they want to apply for a grant, they have to submit a letter of intent, and that's due April 30th at noon. So it's important that deadline's fast approaching.
That's Tuesday, right?
Yeah, next week, noon on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
But it's very simple. It's very short. It takes about 2 minutes to complete, so they do not have to feel like they're behind the 8 ball if they've not done that yet.
Google letter of intent in this.
Look, I've done that. It'll tell you how to write it in a heartbeat.
This one is pretty much just logistical information. An organization that you intend to apply, if you know what your project name is going to be, that's great. We're collecting mostly the eligibility requirements for them, and so that's the pieces that we're collecting on the letter of intent. They don't have to have a well-rounded kind of grant application yet. That's not going to be until June 17th.
I got you. So listen at this, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I tell you all the time, this show is not about me or that. I want you to be a part of it. Now, here's a person you need to really ask questions. If you got some things that you don't quite understand, you can text 850-432-7768, or you can call 850-432-7768 and talk to Amanda yourself. Ask the questions, the things that you do. The only crazy question is the one that's not asked. Ask your question. Don't say, oh, I think I have it. Make sure you have it. You see, you got till Tuesday, so you got to get that letter of intent in. So don't be afraid to call and ask the question so you can move forward in a positive way and get the funds that you need.
Now, I got a question for you, Amanda. Congratulations. That is phenomenal that you all are able to give $1.2 million. That is a great, when you talk about impact in our community.
That's a huge impact.
That is a wonderful impact. And I know your position is a volunteer position. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And all of you all volunteer pretty much.
We have 100% volunteer based. We don't have any paid staff.
That is amazing. So every dollar that you all raise does not go to, none of it goes to administrative costs.
Correct.
And it all goes back to the community. Now, I think I know the answer, but I just want to hear, how does one, I know you just wrapped up membership season, but talk about that membership and how you all are able to raise that $1.2 million.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So every year we start membership, you know, our kind of end of our year is in October. So this year it's October 13th is what we call $1 Million Sunday, when we be giving out the grants. And so right after membership, the $1 Million Sunday will be going back into membership season and recruiting new members. It's our goal to maintain the membership that we already have, and then also just broaden our reach. We have so many communities that are growing in Pace and Beulah and Reno and everywhere else that
Cantonment.
We kind of do a heat map and see, Cantonment as well, and do a heat map and see where everyone lives and kind of where our community is growing and expanding. And so we know that there's new people moving into our community with military and everything else, and so we always want to kind of expand our reach. But we do meet and mingles, and so those happen kind of January, from October all the way into January, February, March as we go in. And so any woman in our community 18 and older is welcome to join. You don't have to be invited to join Impact 100.
Okay.
You can just literally go online, fill out your membership application online and mail your check, and that's it. But we do have a lot of members that recruit their friends, their neighbors, people that they work with, and so forth.
I think that's amazing, because you think about this when even with your job that is volunteer based, you got to have a passion to make a difference. And you hear a lot of people will say, "Oh yeah, I want to do this. Oh, how much I'm gonna get paid?"
Well,
I'm just being real. And money is good, don't get me wrong, but when you give, I think you receive even more.
Give your time, your most valuable asset.
That's the
Your most
valuable. You
valuable
get
asset.
so much more out of it when you know that this is sincerely from your heart. And I would encourage everybody to be a part of organizations like this. When that keep ringing in my head, $1.2 million that's going to be turned right back into the community.
So I also wanted to just point out, so the membership, you have the, what was that, 127? Or how many total?
How many?
We have 1,208 members.
1,208. Excuse me, I did that wrong. I was like, what you talking about?
I thought I heard 1,000.
And they each pay $1,000.
There you go. That's what I was going to ask.
Okay, exactly.
They donate, and it's tax deductible.
Yes, it is.
So you get a membership, fellowship, and an impact in the community when you join Impact 100. That's amazing.
I love what you just said.
Yeah.
Membership, fellowship.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I love that. That is absolutely awesome. So look, if you got questions, don't forget now you can text us 850-432-7768, or you can call that number as well, 850-432-7768. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is an opportunity where you can get this letter of intent in by Tuesday, noon.
Yep.
And get your name. If you need some money, you got to step out there to try to get it.
Yeah.
You know, make that happen.
I got 2 more questions.
Yeah.
Oh, she feel with it.
Yeah. So
would you
she
like to have
said,
a coffee?
gentlemen. Yes, I would like to call it.
Okay.
See, she knows how to. So you said ladies and gentlemen. So 2 questions. Can men apply to be a part of membership for Impact 100? And can men apply to be for the grant?
For the grant.
Impact 100.
So men cannot be members of
Right.
Impact 100.
The girls only
sorry,
club.
men.
It's just the way it
only.
is.
It's the he haters and the she haters.
That's just the way it is. That's the way it is.
Rugrats set the tone.
We have to share a lot of things. These
Yeah,
days.
absolutely.
This we do not have to share.
Yes.
We do have a lot of men that contribute. We have a lot of men that give a membership application to their wives, their significant others
isn't
as
that
gifts.
beautiful?
Yeah, it's an awesome Valentine's Day present, birthday
Future
present.
husband, you know what I want for Christmas.
Okay,
That's right.
or just a gift.
Yep.
Yeah.
We
Future
have
husband.
several that donate in honor of someone that they've lost. Maybe it's their mom, their sister,
beautiful.
their spouse, and so we will take their money.
Yes.
I'm talking about.
They
Look,
just, yes,
don't take.
they just cannot be voting members of Impact. So, yeah, but yes, so any nonprofit that's eligible can apply. So it doesn't matter if your nonprofit, serves children, men, women, animals in our community. Anyone's
Everybody.
eligible to apply.
So if there's a person out there that has a new non-profit and you do not know the steps to take, so this is the time that you need to really get in touch with Amanda or either the person there at Impact 100 to find out the process that you need to do so you can get involved to get your nonprofit off the ground to keep it rolling.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have new nonprofits joining our communities year after year, which is great, right? Because our 2-county area has a lot of needs that we've got to fill. And so if people are new, they might not be eligible this year.
Right.
We still encourage them to submit their letter of
Exactly.
intent that gets them access to the grant. And from there, you can see all the questions that we're asking.
Exactly.
You can print it out if you want, and you can start preparing for next year when you will be ready. And that way you're just more familiar with the process. You can see the deadlines, the steps that it takes. So we encourage them to still submit a letter.
I do want to jump in there and say, Amanda, I've been to some of the Impact 100 workshops, and they're just full of phenomenal information, whether you're going to intend to apply for the grant or not. So I definitely would say I encourage nonprofits to just jump into the process, even if you don't feel like you're going to join, like you said. Go to the meetings. And one of the things I've always said, that even if I don't intend to apply for an impact grant, the process is rigorous, and I'm not saying that in a negative way. But and I'm saying that to say that even just getting your mind right and set on a grant process, because if you can get through that Impact 100 process, you can get through any grant process. So that's what I really love about, I use the word rigorous, but I love that because it definitely sets you up for success, not just in impact, but as a grant recipient, as a 501c3.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'll say two things to that. First and foremost,
I tell you what, Amanda, hold on one second. We're going to come back to that. Because I keep saying, Jen said, go to break. Okay. But listen to this, everybody. We're going to come back, and you see there's so much information that we are involved ourselves. We're just focused in and can't stop. Stay close. We got more information coming up right after this break. So get yourself a cup of coffee and come right back into the corner on Blab TV.
There are many reasons someone may need in-home care, whether it may be respite care, them recovering from surgery, or having a chronic condition. Having someone dedicated and reliable is imperative. Supplemental Support Care Services was created to provide to those who are in need with quality care that they deserve in the home. Taking it a step further, our main goal is to ensure that Supplemental Support Care Services is where the love and care is top priority.
Empire Truck Sales, located at 2255 West Detroit Boulevard in Pensacola, is your Freightliner, Western Star, Detroit Diesel, and Cummins dealer for Northwest Florida. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., Saturdays and Sundays, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., providing sales, service, and parts. Empire Truck Sales is also your Oasis dealer for Freightliner custom chassis RV and motorhome repairs. Running I-10 will get you in.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
Lloyd's Glass and Correct Calibration Services is a one-stop shop because you can come get your windshield replaced, and right behind that replacement at the same appointment, we will calibrate the cameras, and when you leave, everything's ready to go. There's no need to go to the dealership, or there's no need to come back for another appointment. We just take care of it at one time. We put the customer first, and we strive to do everything right the first time.
Lloyd's Glass and Correct Calibration Services, your one-stop shop with same-day service.
And welcome back to the hot spot. We are talking about Sunshine's Corner, and as you can see, we got carried away with a lot. I gotta say thank you, Kathina.
You're welcome.
Okay, I appreciate you. And Amanda, girl, you one of the girls now.
You see, she got her shades as promised, right?
As promised, I have.
And they're yellow.
They're yellow. Well, that's a thing I do. If you walk in my house, it's a table that filled with nothing but sunglasses, but I don't wear them on my eyes.
She wear them on her head.
It's an accessory.
Did you hear how she said that? She wear them on her head.
She said I don't wear them on my eyes.
I thought, but you know, that's the thing I do to keep my hair. You know, because my hair just does so many things.
Oh, it's stabilizer.
Look, Amanda's laughing because she's got the drift, okay? But listen to this, guys. We're going to go back to that question. I think you had asked a question, right, Kathina? You were about to ask another question?
What were we talking about, Amanda?
See, she took it away with the glasses.
Yeah, the shades.
We were talking about going to the events
and
enjoying the events.
Yes.
Whether
and the information.
People, and the information that's provided, and also the kind of the rigorousness of, is that a word?
Yeah, it is
of our grant process. So I was going to encourage people. We hear that a lot, right? And I do encourage people, whether they intend to apply for the grant this year or not, to still go ahead and put in that LOI like we were saying. It also puts them in our database. And so that way, when we have our nonprofit workshops, like you were referring to, all of our 101 webinars, everything that we put out there, the nonprofit workshop, they'll know about those. They'll get an email, which is great. So that's another way to kind of get into our database.
And I want to say that I'm very impressed with the workshops, because you all are volunteers and they are so organized and wonderful.
Thank
the people who sign you up as you're coming in, you have name tags so that you can network with other nonprofits. And you even provide lunch.
Yes, either breakfast or lunch.
Did you hear that?
Coffee.
Even if it has something to eat, girl.
Yeah. And so I just say you all do it fun. I just want to just say that it's a great experience.
Exactly.
It's a great.
But when you go into when you have an organization like that, that your name speaks for itself. So therefore, when you're out and you want to find something that's going to be beneficial for you, don't just accept anything. Go to something that you've seen that's proven. And also that gives a person who's beginning, there's a blueprint for you to mimic yourself after, so that yours can be just as successful. But I do believe it's going to take consistency in anything that you do. You can't just start and say, okay, I'll do it next, I'll get it the next time. The information, like when you go to these meetings that you have, the trainings, you got to absorb this, and don't absorb it and put it on the table and let it collect dust. Use it. I believe in using it, because I hear Kathina because she's obviously attended some of these meetings, right? So therefore, what I'm saying to the viewing audience, use it.
Absolutely.
Use it. Get in the room.
Get in. Look, get your seat at the table.
Get in the room.
Get your seat at the table.
And I feel like and I just say that it's a very inviting table. Very warm and organized. And like I said, just phenomenal information. I remember a workshop that you all did. You had someone come in and talk about insurance, and he really broke that thing down.
Yes.
You literally need, but it kind of stressed me out a little bit, because I understood that I needed like 5 different insurances. Stressed me out a little
Board
bit.
insurance and all of that.
Yes. But it was great information. The speakers are phenomenal. You had Miss Mamie Hickson come in and talk about UWF Writing Center and how they will help you write the grant.
Exactly.
It is free. So you have a grammar expert coming in to help you write your grant, and it's free service. So you all, like I said, it was just great information.
Absolutely. So we want to encourage you now. If you have questions, don't forget that you can call us up at 850-432-7768 or text us at that same number, because this is information that absolutely that you need to get your nonprofit where it needs to be. And get involved with some of the things that you all are doing, because Maggie is my girl.
Yeah, she's great.
Maggie is my girl, okay? And when Maggie texts me, there's not a question. And I say, I got you. But what I'm saying to everybody else is that the fact that all I'm hearing that you are offering is too much for people to just pass up.
Yeah. And it's a snowball effect, like you said. Getting in the room, it's one thing to listen to our impact ladies and hear from our perspective the rigorous grant process.
Right.
It's another thing to sit alongside a table of 7 other nonprofits in the community who are working alongside you, who you can pick their brain.
Exactly.
You can have them mentor you. You can learn from their experience and what worked well and what didn't work well, and how many times they applied before they were awarded. And that's a whole different kind of, impactful speech to hear.
Exactly. I want to ask another question. Now, I'm tying this in together. You're being the First Lady?
Yeah.
I love it. I just love that. With your faith and what you do, the connection that they make, because sometimes it takes a lot of faith to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
And do you ever get the opportunity sometimes, I think God uses us in so many miraculous ways, that we get to talk with people that can inspire them coming from the truths of Him.
Yeah.
And all these women that you tie in with, does it sometimes feel like you just want to just go out there and just talk to them and just witness, and just talk about the love of God to them?
I mean, always, right?
Hello.
If I am called to do what I do.
Exactly.
My husband being a pastor is in a service oriented position, and so I am called to serve. God asked us to bring our time, our talents, and our treasures.
Exactly.
And some of us have more in one area than another.
I'm glad you went there. Okay,
and
go
that's
ahead.
the great thing about Impact 100 is you don't have to be a millionaire to join.
Thank you.
We can give up a cup of coffee every other 2 weeks for a year to come up with $1,000 to join Impact. It is a sacrifice. It's a financial sacrifice, but I think it's well worth it.
Of course.
And that is an opportunity where I can, give a bit of my treasure, but mostly I'm giving of my time.
Of course.
Which in my this season of life that I'm in, with both my kids driving now,
exactly,
and all that kind of thing, I have a little more to give. And so
no doubt.
Impact is one of many ways that I can serve my community and, share the love of Christ wherever I go, whether that's me verbally always talking about him or just serving others for
you
him.
said something that was powerful, that you use your talent, not my talent or the what I have. I may be able to do it over here. And what Kathina does, she does it over here. Because some people think, I believe from my study, what I've learned, that when it comes to tithing, you can do work as far as giving to the community as a portion of your tithing if you don't have the money. And I think you are overwhelming with that. You're doing it absolutely well. I want to say that about Kathina as well. Now, she does a lot. She works a lot all the time, and sometimes she'll go, I can't talk to you right now. I'll call you back. Girl, I got so tired, I was asleep when I got home. I heard the phone, but just couldn't get it. But no, I say that because she's a multitasker. And sometimes, especially in this world today, we have to be multitaskers in order to
get it
done. You know exactly what I'm saying. And I commend her. This is why I call on her a lot for as my sidekick, because every Friday, sidekick, and she's my sidekick today, because there are things that she does. She's also visible in the community as well, and getting out there, getting the hands dirty. It doesn't matter. I'm not the one that's going to dictate. I'm going to get there and do it. I believe in that, and I just want to bring that up. People know you, and I thank you for what you do. And I wear her down.
Well, I got to say this though. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
I was saying it's huge to work alongside people. I think we can be far more influential as women and as community leaders when we work alongside people versus the dictating.
I agree.
I was just going to say that in addition to that, when I was listening to Amanda talk about her love of God and how she's the first lady, she told us off camera, sorry, I'm going to tell on you, that she has a first husband now in Impact role.
That's so beautiful.
It's like a turn of events.
Yes. But also, I thought about your light shining through Impact. Your light, your love for God, right? And your service. And then, of course, naturally, I'm looking at Sonshine's book right here on the by the flower. And I'm looking at her in yellow, and I think about her light and how she lets her light shine. And it's just amazing that, we have someone like her, because you think about God and lights and things of that nature. You're just you think, what? Sunshine.
Oh, come on.
I love sun, too. I love sun.
Hey, I know that's right, darling. But no, what I'm saying is I appreciate that. But I think that's the gift that he gave me. My gift is to go out. I can reach people. People will listen.
You're a connector.
I am very much so. I love to connect and get that message out there. And through that connection, I'm going to let you know how easy it is. And I didn't do it by myself.
Yes.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I did not do this by myself. And I see with Impact 100, you are a jewel. You're a jewel. Look at you. You up here this morning at 8:30. Free. And I didn't have the coffee ready.
Well, I have a question, Amanda, until someone calls in. But how did Impact get started?
Yeah, so Impact started in 2003.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
21 years is all?
Yeah. Well, we're celebrating our 20, we're going into, over 20 years. This is our 21st year.
Right.
So our local chapter started in 2003, and Debbie Ritchie, who many people know in our community as a leader, was in the car rider line reading People magazine and reading about an Impact chapter in another state, and thought, we need that here in our community.
Absolutely.
And so her and several other women in our community started Impact.
Oh, wow.
And I think their initial goal was to have 100 women join that first year.
And look at the number now.
Met and exceeded that goal. And it's just
the first year.
Yeah, the first year. And
Wow.
they've just continued to grow year after year after year.
But you can see then there's a hunger for it. I believe there's a hunger for women who want to make a difference.
Yeah,
I believe there's a hunger for women who want to step out and be that person that can be with Impact 100, whatever it is that they choose to do. I think that because what I'm seeing is women like to do things, but some of us are afraid to take that step.
Yeah, it's very empowering to be part of a all-female organization. And I say that because it's, you know, you were talking about fellowship earlier, to be able to be around like-minded people or people with a like goal. And Impact is full of so many different women with diverse backgrounds, but we all have a like goal in the end of making an impact in our community with significant grants.
Right.
And so you meet other women who are very career-minded, very, you know, business-oriented. You meet some who have just been volunteers all their life, and it's just so cool to be in a room with so many women and just be able to kind of have that energy and learn from each other.
Absolutely.
So it's awesome.
It's absolutely. So listen to that, guys. I mean, did you hear? I love the words you use with the diverse connection there, because you've got so much diversity to there, diversity, and these people want to get out and work together because I can learn something from you, you can learn something from me. Let's impact the community.
Now I got a question.
Hold up.
Okay.
I'm sorry. No, I can't. Somebody talking to me. Thank you, Jen. Look, we got to go to commercial break, but first of all, we're going to go into Gossip on the Go with Flo. You know, she's out there in New York, and she's got some stuff to tell you about the stars. So we'll be right back on Blab TV.
Hey, this is Gossip on the Go with Flo. How's everybody doing on this Friday, TGIF? Tiffany Haddish hasn't had an alcoholic beverage since her November 24th, 2023 arrest in Los Angeles after cops found her asleep in her car in a Beverly Hills intersection, which marked her second DUI arrest after she got one in Georgia in January 2022. Now, Tiffany told People magazine, "I'm very sober. I haven't had a drink since the incident in November 2023. Tiffany says she is also celibate, revealing that she cut out sex around the same time she cut out alcohol. Said Tiffany, "My issue was I was waking up next to ugly men." And Tiffany, this may be a TMI, too much information. Meanwhile, Tiffany's new memoir, I Curse You With Joy, is set to release on May 7th. The stars of Spike Lee's upcoming film, High and Low, are working hard. Denzel Washington and Ilfanesh Hadera were spotted shooting the movie last Friday in Brooklyn, New York. Now, Spike was also photographed on the set. High and Low is a remake of Akira Kurosawa's 1963 crime thriller of the same name. The story follows a wealthy executive who is extorted when his family is pursued by a kidnapper. Now, Spike's movie will also star Jeffrey Wright and Ice Spice. Sherri Shepherd, the multi-Emmy Award-winning host of the syndicated talk show Sherri, celebrated her 57th birthday on April 23rd at Good Day New York host Rosanna Scotto's East Side Manhattan restaurant, Fresco by Scotto. Now, she was joined by her good friend, filmmaker Sally Colon Petrie, and Sherri said she was surprised when the restaurant presented her with a sign that said, "Happy Birthday, Sherri," along with a slice of birthday cake with a sparkler in it. Happy birthday, Sherri. This has been Flo Anthony with Gossip on the Go. Check me out on Instagram at Flo_author and on X at Banana Nose Kid.
Need a new outfit for a special occasion? Look no further than Viola's Men's Apparel. Viola's has been providing the latest styles and accessories in Pensacola for over 20 years now. We have clothes for every occasion, and we offer consultations and group discounts. You can trust that our care, quality, and class will be unmatched. Viola's Men's Apparel for all of your menwear needs.
This is Wayne at Icon Automotive in Robertsdale, Alabama, and I wanted to tell you more about our powertrain warranty forever. It comes with any vehicle we sell that has 80,000 miles or less at no additional cost to you. We put our vehicles through a tough safety and mechanical inspection before it can have the powertrain warranty forever, giving you a peace of mind with your purchase. This warranty is good anywhere in the country, and it covers 100% of parts and labor with no mileage limit, and is covered as long as you own the vehicle. Come pick out your dealership car at non-dealership pricing with a powertrain warranty forever at Icon Automotive.
Watch a new episode of Crime Stoppers Wanted Fugitives every Friday at 6 p.m., hosted by Sergeant Melanie Peterson and David Craig. Your tips may be eligible for a cash reward, featuring items about officer training, various aspects of police work, and crime prevention information. You'll hear about upcoming family-friendly engagement events as well. Don't miss Crime Stoppers Wanted Fugitives every Friday at 6 p.m.
Hi, my name is Brett McCabe. This is my wife Tanya, and we're the owners of Pensacola AC and Auto Service Center.
From the moment you walk in the door, we are here to take care of you. Honesty and excellence are the standard of our team. Our goal is to give you peace of mind from oil changes to AC repair. All of our repairs come with a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. We have a clean, welcoming waiting room with free Wi-Fi. When you leave here, you will have peace of mind. Come visit us and experience auto repair from people who care.
You know what, guys? This set is hot today. All I got to say, we've got some conversations going on this, and I got to say, it's poor Doug, the cameraman over here. Absolutely, he's the owner, right? But he's saying, oh my God, you're all talking about some stuff today. But it's all good, Doug. We're teaching you some things. But listen, guys, this conversation with Amanda with Impact 100, and of course, my sidekick today is Kay Nicole, what she calls herself. Her name is Kathina. But she does a lot. She's got a radio station. She got a nonprofit. She does a lot.
That's how I know I'm in trouble when she says, Kathina. I'm like, ma'am, excuse me. Yes, Sonshine. She just...
I got that from my sister. But anyway, I tell you, this has been a fantastic show. I get so in depth because I'm learning so much. And the way I'm watching your delivery on all of these questions that's being thrown at you, that's when you can tell it's from the heart. You know, and the engagement that you have getting this information out there. Now, just in case if there's a person who's watching did not hear all of what we talked about in the first half, and we're just giggling a whole lot. But we've got the letter of intent that needs to be in on the 30th if you would like to be considered for 12 p.m.
Central time.
5
Central
o'clock.
time.
If you're traveling, it still has to be Central
It still has
time.
to be Central
I'm
time.
glad you said that also.
But you got to Tuesday to do it, and don't stop. And even if you're not going to get the money this year, it's good if you're new. Get it in anyway. This is getting you in practice for the upcoming.
Look at the questions. Access the
yeah. You can print down the information. You can find all of it. Just go to the website, and that website is?
Yeah, you can go to impact100pensacola.org. And you can just click on nonprofit information, and you can see all the information on the deadlines. You can also access all of our former grant recipients. And so
really?
You can see the 153 grants that we funded today and what they impacted in our community and kind of what those projects were. So it's very, very informational.
I have a serious question for
Go
Amanda.
ahead.
You're the president, right?
No. I am just chair of grants. So.
Okay.
Kristen
no,
Longley
don't put
is
that,
our
don't
president.
put that on me.
Okay.
Martha Holden is our president-elect, and I chair our grants.
Well, Kristen, I have a question for Kristen. I know Kristen very well.
Are you listening, Kristen? Go ahead.
Amanda is asking this. She told me to ask this question.
You are so funny. Look at Amanda. Her eyes changed that time.
I'm like, uh-oh.
So now that you all have 1,027.
1,208.
Are you going to change your name to Impact 1,000?
No, we will keep Impact 100.
It's been branded.
Yeah,
just add a zero. That's all. You know, people always have great ideas for you to how you run your business.
Impact 100 is a global organization. Okay. There's Impact 100s all over the world. We just happen to be the world's largest.
What?
Oh, wow.
So
Way to go.
I know. Our 2-county area is the largest chapter in the world.
Oh, you all shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
She's going Soul Train on you now.
Oh, well, too bad. Amanda did tell me to ask that. I'm just playing. She's going to pray for me. With the lies. With the lies.
Look at Amanda. We're taking her down another road now. It's all in fun.
Yeah.
But when it's something like this that causes us all to smile, you know, that's powerful information, that's positive. And we want you to be a part of it to get what you need. Yeah. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to take a step to take your nonprofit to the next level. Don't take it and do it for the right reasons.
Yes.
Please. Do it for the right reason, because I've found that since I've been searching out things that, you know, I'm just going to be real. Some people take and go the wrong way with it. You know, and don't do that. It's not for that. It's for you to help somebody else that needs something.
Well, they'll be on that show that comes on at 6 o'clock.
Oh, wait a minute. What is it? The Blue Light and Pensacola?
Yeah. If they take it for the wrong reason.
Well, and that's one thing we hear a lot. You talked about the rigorous process of an impact grant, and that's something the ladies of Impact, all 1,200 members, take very seriously, is the due diligence of going. The other great thing about our Pensacola Bay Area chapter is we're the only chapter that we're aware of in the world that gives every grant applicant a site visit. So we do a lot of due diligence. A lot of other chapters can only do site visits for finalists, but we feel we want everybody to have a level playing field with grant applicants, and so everyone gets a site visit, and the Women of Impact are very excited to be able to go on site, learn more about these nonprofit organizations, what they're currently doing in the community, what their goals are for their project, and do those site visits. And so there's a lot of due diligence that goes into the process.
Do you ever run into nonprofits who, okay, this is a question that I want to know for myself, that do not have a business, a physical location?
Yeah, absolutely. I joke all the time, Impact 100 doesn't have a physical location. Like, we use a P.O. box as well.
I hear you.
We have a cubby office here in downtown Pensacola, but we don't have paid staff, so no one sits at it.
Absolutely.
So, absolutely. There's not a requirement. So when we do site visits like that, we will find something nearby, or maybe their project is an aftercare program, and so we might reach out with one of their partners that they work with the community and do the site visit there.
Okay.
We just take a look at, you know, what is your project, what are you asking for funds for, and try to establish a good mutual location that would well represent that. Or if not, we use the public library, we use coffee shops. Absolutely.
So do you find sometimes, what are the areas that people are trying to do? What's the most that they use their nonprofits for? What's the most active that Impact 100 has been encountered with, that's been able to receive the grant?
Yes, so there's 5 focus areas that we have in Impact 100, and when they apply for a grant, they have to apply in one of those 5 focus areas.
Okay.
So it's going to be arts, culture, history, education, environment and recreation, family, and health and wellness.
Okay.
And we will not tell them which area to apply in. That is up to the nonprofit and their project that they're doing. And so they can apply in one of those 5 areas based on what type of organization they are or what their project is for that year.
Okay.
And so we don't have any one area that's overly funded or gets the most attention, because we evenly kind of have distributed those funds across those 5 focus areas, because we think that makes for the most healthy community, is if we can make sure that we're funding all 5 of those areas.
When you say education, what areas are we talking when we go education?
So education overall. So it could be education of children in our school system. It could be education awareness on you know, you're just trying to educate, maybe it's diabetes awareness. It's, you know, it's not limited to any one.
Not one area, not just education, could be so many other things.
What are you teaching in the community?
Exactly.
I do want to emphasize how, because I've attended several impact workshops, and another thing that you mentioned is that the site visits, but one of your grantees who came and spoke to the group also mentioned that you all have a wish list.
Yes.
So again, if you're not, I want to emphasize, if you're not going to apply for the grant, it's still so impactful to engage with Impact 100, because you have not just the grant possibilities, but you have those people that are, when you all do the site visits, to my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, I might be, but it could be other women in that group who would want to still donate or help
to that
organization. Okay. So again, even if you don't necessarily receive a grant, there are so many sub benefits to engaging with Impact 100 that it's just phenomenal. Like that wish list, it could be I need more diapers, and people will come in and
donate you that area of what you might need.
We call it the impact of impact. It's kind of that pebble in the pond approach that it just keeps going. So yes, every person who applies, who submits their grant, gets to put in for a wish list at the end of the season, and that's posted on our Impact website, so it's publicly available. And then our girl Maggie, you know how she is on social media, she's after it. So her and our communications committee are out there every week pumping a different wish list onto our Facebook site and other social media. And so it really gets the word out there. So even if they aren't selected to be a recipient of an impact grant, we hear story after story of nonprofits who have gotten board members from Ladies in Impact falling in love with their organization, that they've gotten volunteers, that they've gotten resources. And one of the speakers that we had at our nonprofit work, our Lincoln Learn this year was Sarah from My Father's Arrows. And she had such a powerful testimony because she was not awarded a grant this year, and her grant was for, I believe it was 2 vans that they needed for their children in their homes. And she came and did her 5-minute speech, and ultimately she wasn't selected as one of our finalists. But that was on a Sunday, by Wednesday of the following week, she not only had been blessed with 2 vans, but 3.
Oh my God!
And it's just an amazing story and we hear that time after time again from our nonprofits.
So the moral of the story is, if you would like to be a part, to get your grant, just to get into the system,
be in the room.
There you go.
Sit at the table.
Get that seat. Tuesday at 12 noon. Central Time. That letter of intent must be there.
Yes.
And take the time to do that, ladies. I almost said it. I cut it off. Ladies. I was about to say the gentlemen.
And gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't stop there. Look, write a check. Support somebody, gentlemen.
But you also can apply as a male organization or organization that service men, because the impact is, needed.
Absolutely. So there's no reason for you not to. We're going to give you more information. I tell you, this hour goes by so fast when you're having fun. When the information is so useful. We'll be right back, so stay close. We got more information coming to you right here at Sunshine's Corner on Blab TV.
I just remembered it's election day. Are you going to vote?
I don't know. I don't think I'll have time today.
Millions of eligible voters in America never make it to the polls or even register to vote. When you don't vote, you're letting other people make decisions for you and pick the things your taxes will pay for. Voting is more than a civic duty. It gives you a voice about the priorities and the future of your community and our nation. Voting gives you a seat at the table.
Do you want to create but don't know where to start? Our new fabric line will inspire you. If you can dream it, we can help you make it. From using kits that include everything you would need, to taking classes to create something more personalized, Daryl's is the place for you. No matter if you're just beginning or experienced, Daryl's has you covered. Find us at 6705 North Davis Highway, open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturdays.
The Reesburg Institute, Pensacola's ear, nose, throat, and voice center. We welcome you to visit us at our convenient Davis Highway location in Pensacola. At the Reesburg Institute, we offer the most advanced treatment available in a calm, stress-free environment. Since 2014, we've performed over 1,000 cases in office of balloon sinus surgery, as well as septoplasty and nasal procedures using oral sedation. The in-office procedures result in a faster healing time. Visit us and feel the difference.
Hello, my name is Eric, and this was my first visit to Little John's. The selection, the pricing here, and the customer service were outstanding. I would definitely recommend. The staff was very friendly, and they'll get you what you need.
Hi, this is John with Little John's Big and Tall here in Pensacola, Florida at 5700 North Davis Highway. Check us out at littlejohnsbigandtall.com, where we can take care of you with extra large up to 14X and large tall to 6X tall.
And welcome back to the hot spot, Sunshine's Corner, right here on Blab TV. We were having a conversation. It continues after we're off camera, but we were touching on something that's very, 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 very dear to my heart when it comes to the fact of what I want to use my grant for. I'm claiming mine. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Where I use mine?
It's out there.
It's out there. No, what my nonprofit is going to be all about. We were talking about the use and the need for kids. That's my heart. And the numbers you gave about the poverty line here in Escambia County is very low. For kids, it's low. And we're not telling you something that's untrue. We're telling you something we need to take attention to. So that we can make a difference in that area for all the kids. And my heart goes, the young girls, I could just woo them up. You know what I'm saying? I want to teach them so many things. I want to show them so many things that can better them, and that even though you may be at this point right here. I didn't grow up, I grew up that way. I thank God for my mother and father. I mean, I truly thank God for them. But what my mother always instilled in us was this. Nobody's going to give you anything.
Right.
But you got to go out there and work for it.
I tell you something, them young girls will test your gangster.
They'll who?
They'll test your gangster.
Oh, well, you see, I think I want to test my gangster.
Yeah.
Don't make me go country gangster.
She said yes.
I'm pretty sure, but I think that they need love. I think they're looking for love because there's so many of them that I reach out to when I throw my arms around them just to say, look, I love you.
Some of them just crazy like my daughter.
Will you stop?
She got plenty of love.
Oh, just mine as well. And some days you're just like, ooh.
Amanda, you know what I say? I tell people my name is Nicole Dixon. You have 2 kids, a 14-year-old going on 25, girl, and then
your son,
a 12-year-old going on 10. That's my son. But I always say, if you meet Natalie and I'm not with her, don't judge me. I have truly tried my best with her.
Listen.
She was a test experiment. He's the first one.
I know.
You're looking at her daughter.
I tell my children I don't negotiate with terrorists.
There you go.
Like some days they're terrorists and we don't negotiate.
How old are your kids?
So my daughter is 19. She'll be 20 in October.
Oh yeah,
and
she's still testing your gangster.
Yeah, and my son's 16, and they're great.
Oh,
but they are so opposite.
Absolutely.
And so you can't parent one the same way as the other.
You sure can.
You know what I tell people? Natalie took all the excitement and the personality. She took all of that and left everything else for someone else, right? And my son, he took that what she had left. And
stop it.
He's making it work, though.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's a little baby genius and things like that. And not to say she's not smart, but she has a lot more common sense because, smart people sometimes lack.
I think we're raising the same children.
Okay.
It sounds very similar.
Yes, go through that area right there. But guys, I tell you, we are getting to the top of the hour, but I want to go back and give a recap for what we're looking for, what you're looking for with Impact 100, and to encourage people to go ahead and take that step and get that done today. This weekend, let that be your intent. Let's give them a wrap up on what you're looking for.
Yeah, the letter of intent is due
Tuesday?
the 30th, at noon. And so
Central
we want to
time.
get that in Central Time. It will take about 2 or 3 minutes to complete if you've got your information on hand. It's not extensive. And then after that, the grant application itself, we normally do June 15th every year. We know June 15th is a Saturday. We don't want to encroach on people's personal time, so we're extending that deadline to Monday the 17th.
Okay.
Also at noon, we try to be consistent. But we've got a couple of things coming up along the way to help them. So May 21st, we're doing a Zoom call so people can join from anywhere. And we're going through the entire grant application, every question and what we're going to be asking and what information they'll need to have on hand to complete it. So that's May 21st. And then also on June the 4th, we're going to be doing Q&A sessions. So nonprofits can register to have one-on-one time with an Impact board member to ask their questions on their grant. So by then, they should have already started the application. And so we can see what they have in Community Force already, and we can give them feedback. We can answer their questions. We can help them along the way as they're kind of rounding out that grant.
Unbelievable. That's great information. So everybody, please don't miss out on this. Take advantage and improve yourself. Get the things that you need. You don't have to just strive to get out there because it's there for you.
I just want to be the cheerleader for Impact.
Amen.
You know, just give me some pom-poms because even if you don't do the letter of intent, even if you don't plan to write a grant this year, I highly, highly, highly encourage everyone to just get involved, whether it's membership or attending the workshops and things of that nature. It's just a phenomenal. I just love how you all have made it a 360, or it's not just about that grant process, but you do that education piece, whether someone, and then it's, the wish list. It's just so many other ways that you are impactful. And so I just say, get involved with Impact. Just jump in there, and I promise you, it will be worth it.
And if they log on to the website, right? All this information is going to be there.
Absolutely. They can click on the nonprofit tab up at the top, and it'll drop down, like I said, all the information on eligibility. They can see if their organization is eligible. It also shows them the past recipients of impact grants. It gives them all the financial requirements that we're going to be asking for. We even help if their project might include construction. We have some helpful tips and tricks on what they need to be proactively thinking about on any kind of construction project as well.
Great. And Kathina, with you, tell everybody what you got coming up, what you're doing.
Oh, what do I have coming up? Let's see.
Oh, God.
Right now, I'm just basically looking for people to hire. We're hiring. We do voter registration, so we're hiring at $20 an hour. We're looking for community canvassers.
Nice.
And so I'm just trying to get people involved. It's nonpartisan. We don't tell you how to vote. We don't get into the weeds of that. We just want people to be politically engaged.
Exactly.
For whatever is best for you, right?
We just want to get back to you don't vote.
We just want to get back to a normal time when differences is okay, but division is not. And so that's what it's all about. And so it's okay for us to disagree. We just can't be divided. And so we're just looking to hire people, realmradiofoundation.org. And we're just trying to
and how many do you need?
We need 20 people.
And you say you want a job?
$20 an hour.
Come on now. Please. And this is so important what she's going after, because next week Robert Bennett is going to be on with me.
Cool.
And we're going to tell you some things that you need to know. So please log on to your website.
realmradiofoundation.org or get in touch with Sonshine. Call, text, something,
Hey man, let's do that. I tell you, it's all there. We got the information. Well, I tell you what, guys, I want to thank you both for getting up early to come out and share all of this information with the community. It's so valuable. And I appreciate your time. I greatly do, because you see, it's not about me, it's about us getting the information out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fantastic week, should I say. And we're going to continue to do better. But I'm going to leave you, as I do every single day, with a thought that I want you to keep close and dear to your heart. Whatever you do, always remember to keep God first. If you keep Him first, I guarantee you, everything that you touch, you're going to be a total success. So until Monday morning at 9 o'clock for another day that's filled with nothing but sunshine, and I'll tell you who reaches out to touch your heart. Until then, my dear friends, spread the word. You know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep right on shining while I'm gone. Have a great weekend, everybody.